What's up, fellow collectors? P-Rockzilla back again for another review, and today we're going to take a look at a 6-scale diorama piece. I'm going to butcher this. This is the Washitsu background platform. It's basically basically an oriental type backdrop that you're going to use for any kind of 6-scale figures you have that are basically with that oriental ninja samurai type theme. This is a shiver box. I have not opened this yet. I had this basically sitting in the pile for a while. But before we get to this, please hit the like, subscribe button, click the bell notification, and let's get this review started. Dale! What's up, fellow collectors? Die action. Dale! So unfortunately, it seems like that shipper box is basically the box. Once you open the box, you're greeted with this foam right here. We're gonna go ahead and open it together. Basically, this is exactly how it looks. Take this. It seems like there's 3 layers. You take the first layer off, and here's the back piece of the diorama piece. And then if you flip this back around this way, you take this foam piece off. You have the base for the diorama piece right here. Oh, it actually has good weight. Here's the base. Let's take the base out. And then you take this piece off, and boom, there goes basically the other piece right there. A little oriental, like the little window things they have in like Japan and stuff like that. You see the blood marks on there. All right, so there's everything out the box. So let's go ahead and take a close look at the items and see all the detail in 4K. So let's look at the bottom piece first. And man, this thing actually has good weight to it. So we can see there, it's like a wood type material. It looks just like wood. Love the way it looks. See all the detail in there. You can see all the grains on the wood, even the bottom portion right here. Obviously, this is a slot where the other piece will slide into. Then we look at the back, basically plain wood piece. This actually looks like wood, man. This is actually a good job. Down here, obviously, some glue there, so don't care much about the bottom. You're not gonna see the bottom. They're right on the top. Look at this, the way that wood looks, and you can see the blood stains on there. There's a few blood stains going across, like right here, right here. Right there and right there, a little bit right here also. That's pretty cool. Then when you leave it flat, you can see right there. Definitely cool. A lot of detail on there. It actually looks like wood, man. I like that. Nice little crevices in between. You can actually, if you want to customize the stuff, I can see people actually putting more paint, maybe filling up the little slits in the middle with some blood, have more blood on there. And then the best piece is this piece right here. This is the big piece. This actually, believe it or not, this is lighter than this. This feels heavier, which should make sense because this is the base is going to hold the weight of this. So this is actually heavier than this piece right here. But this piece is big. And look at the detail on that one. Look, you can see the blood, the wood there, and that blood. I love the way that blood is splattered on there. It's not like, the blood's not consistent. It's not consistent splatters. It's basically inconsistent, like different splatters. I like that. So it's not like a basically copy and paste. You can see the wood going all the way through here. It looks real cool. I love the way, and it actually feels like the rivets and divots feel like wood. You can see the blood going through there. Definitely nice paint application right there with that blood. Look at that. Splatter all across that. Oh, this looks good, man. It looks real good. This is way better than I thought it was going to look in person. Like when I bought the Big Bad Toy Store like a year ago. And when I saw it, I was like, this would be good for my She character. But having it in hand, man, this thing is actually awesome. Look, just like wood. It feels like wood. And then right at the back, you got this part right here. It would have been cool if the splatter was kind of going through here. You can actually see the back. But like I said, you never really see the back of the diorama or the figures as much unless you have it on a turntable or reflective background with the mirror or something. Then we go right here at the top. And there we go. It definitely looks cool, man. Look at that detail. Woo, that thing is nice. Now, to put it together, we'll go ahead and just put it together real quick. And then from there, we'll do a size comparison, and then I'll do a final pose with 2 other figures. All right, so there's, when you put it together, you basically just slide it right into it, and it comes off easily. You see the slits right here? You basically take this piece right here and slide it right into there. And it slides in perfect. Doesn't go, no problem, pushing a little bit, and there you go. It's nice and sturdy. Won't fall back. Look, try push it. It's not going to fall back. All the weight is in the bottom, so it's definitely a cool piece right there. Definitely looks good. All right, so there's a diorama. I'm going to go ahead and bring in 2 1/6 scale figures. And just in case people are curious, I'm going to bring in one 1/12 scale figure. Just in case you still might want to get this for any 1/12 scale figures. and see the height difference, how it may not work. But anyways, the first figure we're going to bring in is going to be the Zen Studios Naruto. Next figure I'm going to bring in is going to be a Hot Toys figure. It's going to be the Hot Toys Mando Luke Skywalker. And then the 1/12 scale figure I'm going to bring in is going to be the NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie Leonardo. Don't follow me, Leo. Here we go. All right, there we go. 3 different figures, 2 1/6 scale and 1 1/12 scale, just in case you're curious about this diorama piece, and if you have any of these figures currently in your collection and you're wondering how big or how it will look next to it, there you go. All right, let's go get the final thoughts and final poses. So in this final pose, I want to make sure I included an anime character, since I have a lot of 1/6 scale anime characters. Want to make sure I give some love to the anime characters to show that this diorama piece will work with your anime characters also. As you can see here, it is a good, like the actual base is big enough to have the figure stand on there by himself, but I just want to have a pose with him kind of stepping off of the wooden platform. But you can have them pretty decently posed on the platform to keep them on there. So this is definitely a good substitute for like a regular base and crouch grabber or something. I'm gonna try that for sure in my final pose when I use the character that more likely I'm gonna have this display with. But I just wanted to show you guys real quick how it will look with a non-human anime type character, and there you go. It looks good to me. This thing is so versatile in my opinion that it's definitely a good and cool pickup so far. For this final pose, I want to have some kind of battle scene going on, and who else better to have a battle scene to match this diorama piece than Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes. Now, one thing I love about doing my reviews is I learn from each review some mistakes I should have done. For example, for this portion right here, this final pose, I should have used my clear turntable, not the mirror one. Just like I have them posed on there better, but as I was going through it, I already got the pose going on. I was like, eh, might as well just stick with what I have right now going forward. But yeah, man, this is definitely a cool piece that you can actually have battle scenes going on if you have characters that, you know, that kind of match the background. Wolverine would be another good one if you have Wolverine, the Hot Toys Wolverine. Any of the Wolverines can, you know, relate to this from the movie. So yeah, it's just a cool piece that can be very versatile and can match many figures in your collection. And this is why I want to pick this up, because like I rarely like don't buy many diorama pieces, but I need to start getting some more because I feel like it's just like the icing on the cake. Like when it comes to your display, like the little diorama piece, just something like this. So for example, the next final pose is gonna more likely be the final figure I have this piece posed with, and that's gonna be right now. All right, so the main reason I bought this diorama piece was to go with my She figure because it has that Oriental vibe on there. It has an Oriental look, and this is definitely something that I want to finally display my She on. I'm gonna eventually get her off the standing base. I want to put the armor pieces behind her. But just for review purposes, the fact that she's on the turntable, and it took a little time to try to get her on the diorama piece without the standing base. So just to get the review completed and give you guys an idea of what I want to have at my end result, this is the main reason I got this, and I have no regrets so far on getting this piece. I think this is gonna have me collect a few more. I forgot the name of the company that did this piece. I gotta look it up, but I will have it in the beginning of the review. Where I have that, you know, the price and everything. And I know they do have a chair, like a red leather chair that I want to get for my Vampirella figure. So this was one that I knew for a fact I wanted to try out. So I wanted to dive in first with this one just to feel the quality and, like, you know, just how the diorama piece feels. And I want to tell you guys, it has good quality, has good weight, and it has that realistic wood look. The only thing I can see is maybe possibly by having her on there, because the fighting figures have a little weight to them because the exoskeleton is metal. So I would say just it depends on where you're gonna have her displayed. If your shelf is strong enough to basically support the diorama piece, her, the stand, the accessory pieces, and other figures you might have displayed with that. So that's just something I would just recommend first, is just weight everything together, or get an idea of how much weight this diorama piece is going to add to your shelf before you go ahead and display. Because the last thing I want this thing to do for you guys is kind of like, you know, break or crack the glass. It's not that heavy. I'm just saying if you have a lot of diorama pieces, like in a detail, I think a detail, I forgot the weight max for those. But this is definitely a cool piece. I'm happy I picked up. I picked up at BigBadToyStore.com. Like I said, I'll put the name of the company on there just in case you want to check out any of the things they currently have in stock. I think this one sold out, if I remember correctly. The chair is still available. I want to get that chair for Vampirella. But Cool piece to add to the collection. Nice little, like I said, ice, like the icing on the cake. Nice little touch. Like, mwah, here you go. Here's your main meal. You have your appetizer and everything, and here's the main meal with the diorama piece. Something I do like, and I'm gonna go forward with at least my TB League figures, because so most of them do come in nice diorama pieces, but some don't. And this is a good piece here to add, because sometimes it does stand out when you have all your Fison TB League figures on one shelf, and a bunch of them come with their own diorama piece, but you have like one or two that come with nothing, and they kind of stick out. So this is a good thing to kind of make them fit in better on your display. All right, collectors, so if you enjoyed this review, please hit the like, subscribe button, click that bell notification. And as always, collectors, keep collecting, stay safe, be good, dale.